Oh, hey.
I gotta adjust my camera. I got a lot bigger head than you guys. So I'm close.
That's normal. We've heard you talk about yourself. We knew that.
You ain't getting my thumb in here. Nothing but trouble with. Ever since I rearranged this thing, I gotta come up with a new camera mount. I can't get my backdrop in there and me and not the cabinets. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. What's going on, everybody? Jerome, SSPPD13.
Jerome.
Jerome's in the house.
Hey, Jerome.
My sorry, buddy.
And this chick's here. I don't know. She's
Kelly.
like a talker.
Hey, Kelly.
Oh, Kelly, and let's see. There's Derek.
Derek.
Look at Bart. He's looking. He's saying he's not here.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, live
Right. Derek's not here. I just acknowledged him, letting him know that he's usually the first one here, and he's not here. So I'm going to tell everybody watching the stream that Derek's not here.
Yeah.
Oh, Derek.
Oh, there he is. Dang it. You summoned him. Way to go, Greg. We almost made it through.
I know.
No, you had me nervous, Greg, because I was looking over there because I told Greg beforehand, before you two got here, Mike and Poe, when we got back from our trip up to the wedding, I came out here to get my camera so I could do my big iArcade install video. And this monitor, the one I do the flight sim on and stuff, and that I do StreamYard, was laying face down on the floor. My camera was laying on the floor, the microphone, everything. I don't know what happened because, I got cameras on the property. Nobody came in here. The door was still shut. It's not like the dogs got it. I don't know what happened. So I'm like, oh no, is something wrong? What's going on? Something's not working. So Greg's messing with me. But I said, but yeah, I was messing with Derek too. And Mr. Livewire's here. Sorry for missing the last few weeks. Been doing some last minute housework. Same here, buddy. I get you. The weather was decent, and I have gotten just amazing. I did some work on the arcade room even, and had the carpet professionally cleaned.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh. Not to interrupt your professionally clean, but Kelly put up and Shelby, there was an earthquake down here in Texas while we were gone.
Oh.
And maybe that's what got it. Maybe it shook the trailer arcade to the point that it knocked this. Luckily, it didn't break because it fell face first onto the handles of my flight yoke. And then, but look, Shelby's even watching. Wow. She heard Mike was back, so she said, I'll watch if Mike's going to be there.
Well, I had no idea that you'd had an earthquake down there.
Well, there was no earthquake. I climbed on top of your arcade, and I was twerking while you were gone.
Oh, that could be it. that could be it.
Was teabagging your arcade.
Yeah. I think it was over kind of by Pecos or that direction where was the epicenter. But Sean's here. Hey, Sean.
Oh, hey, Sean.
That's something I've never experienced. I've experienced tornadoes. I haven't had a tornado hit where I live, but I've seen one go by. And when I was on the fire department, we had one here in town that we had to respond to. That lots of it's all weird stuff there, but I've seen tornadoes. I've seen all kinds of stuff, but I've never experienced an earthquake in my life.
No earthquake there.
Huh?
No earthquakes there.
No, not that I've ever felt.
That's peculiar.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I guess we're susceptible to them here, but I mean, the Midwest, but nothing like. I know the out west have a bigger chance. I don't know. I can honestly say I don't recall. Let's put it this way: I don't recall in my lifetime ever experienced one. And you'd think you'd remember something like that, So that's my story. Yeah. Tell us more about your earthquake, Bart.
Oh, we weren't here. We were close to your house when it happened. So yeah,
see, and you weren't. See, that's kind of peculiar. that you were
Yeah.
up this way. And
Yeah, I'm
for
just
those of
throwing
them
up.
that are wondering, I don't mind saying I live in a town called Peculiar. So they're all having fun with it.
Yeah, Kelly used to live in California, so she knows about earthquakes. Livewire had an earthquake down in his basement.
Wow.
That might have been Poe twerking on your steps.
Hey, I did get the latest, even though Bart had an earthquake and things falling off walls. God, I tell you what, I've got so much stuff on walls that I put up myself, so I know they're not actually probably put up right. That'd be a heck of a mess. In lieu of Bart having earthquakes and being out of town, his spreadsheet arrived on time the other day. So we do have pinball results. And who's in the chat right now? Mr. Livewire. I'm trying to see where. Just making conversation. Where is Livewire here? He's in there pretty good somewhere, isn't he? Yeah, Livewire. Ooh, he's a number 2 overall.
Yeah. Well, they're tied at the top, aren't they?
Actually, that's the way it just happened to come out, I guess.
Yeah.
He's the second one, but you're right. They both, Classic Rock King and Livewire, both have 18 points.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have the spreadsheet in front of me because I didn't bring my laptop out here. So, but I do remember that there was a tie up top. And I do remember that Derek didn't play this week. So fuck that guy. That's all I got.
I did play, and I know it sounds like an excuse, and it is. I was really feeling like garbage Wednesday night coming home. It hit me. I felt like turd, but I remembered to play.
It
was
showed.
like, yeah, definitely. Oh, and that's one of my favorite tables, too. So I felt so bad. Like, must play. But wow, what a terrible play that was.
Well, you know what they say about excuses. They're like assholes, but everybody's got one.
Right. Yeah.
No, I'll tell you what. Well, you'll see in the video what the placing was, and I'll tell you what. I was one of my favorite tables, and this week I actually had a chance, even though I had the pinball machine tore down and moved. I did have a chance to. I moved it and set it back up just so I could play in the tournament while that room was being worked on. So it was kind of a makeshift. It was in the hallway. You almost had to crawl under it to get to the bathroom. So, but I did pull it out and moved it in the hallway so they could work on that carpet. And I actually played that game quite a few times, and God, that game was too close. Anyway, and I just couldn't do any better than what I did. And I usually do a lot better on that table.
Yeah, that's a really fun table.
Yeah, it is. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I had this week's when I was playing. I had that my first game that I played is that final score that was in the tournament. I just kept getting worse and worse and worse. I'm like, really? I cannot believe it was a decent game, but you know, I've played it before where I've you get 2 million for the castle, then you get 4, then 6. I've gotten 10 million before for hitting the castle that many. I never got more than 6 in any of my games, and most of them I only got it twice. I'm like, I just keep getting worse. But
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm blaming that on the fact that we were traveling. I was playing on my laptop, and Poe was sick.
That was a bad night, and I remember I was at work the day before feeling like garbage, and the one guy said, "You gonna be here tomorrow?" I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna be at work. What are you talking about?" I said, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna be there, blah blah blah." I ended up calling off the next day because I felt like crap with all that. Then I went into work the day after, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna be there, blah blah." You know, I just sorry.
Yeah.
I can't shake this freaking cold either. It's just staying right there in my lungs. You know, it's been a week now already. The guy that gave it to me has had it for 3 weeks now, so it sucks.
Wow.
See, and you're coming up, and that's the thing. I tried it. We went over to see some family the other day, and they had their 3-year-old grandson there. and I gotta admit, people, you guys all know I'm an asshole anyway. But I went in the door, and first thing I said to him, I said, "Oh, your grandson's here." "Yeah, he is. You want to see him?" I said, "Is he sick?" You know, I want to make sure he wasn't sick. You know, you go around these little snotty-nosed kids. I got a dog. I've never caught a cold from a dog. You got sick kids, leave them at home.
Yeah, I hear you. So, were you trying to segue into playing your video for the tournament? Is that
No.
where we're headed?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Like, I didn't even make one. I was just messing around.
No, I did. And okay, I'll do a set. And also, remind me, Mike's got an excellent video for us tonight, and I have another special video for us tonight too. So we're loaded with videos tonight.
Oh,
Yes.
excellent. I need some sleep. I mean,
I find that's a good time to go to the bathroom and relieve yourself if you're sitting in this chair for long.
right?
But yeah, we'll go ahead and do that because I do when I talk about mine, I had something else I was going to mention, but I'll wait till I get into my video because it kind of pertains to that. So, with that being said, let's take a look at. Hey everybody, it's tournament time, and Medieval Madness has completed. Let's see, what did we do on Medieval Madness? It was classic play, 5 days, and let's see how we did on this. Classic Rock, 186 million. Tony's Jorgen, 146 million. Mr. Livewire, 134 million. Hollywood Polo, 100 million. Great score there, Hollywood Polo. Gregory, 74 million. Balls and Slapping, 52 million. Off-Grid Arcade, 49 million. Mike CB, 47 million. Linda, 29 million. Mrs. OGA, 23 million. G. Parker, 18 million. Mrs. G. Parker, 16 million. Postile, 10 million. Arcade Chaos, 1,937,000. There you go. That is, let's see, what week was that? That was week 7. So we're going to move on to week 8. Let's see if we can figure out what button to do that with. Okay. This week is going to be Wild West Rampage, and it's going to be a 5-minute game. So let's create a tournament. This is where you just play for 5 minutes. You get ball save after ball save and get the highest score you can in 5 minutes. Wild West Rampage, at least I'm finding that quick this week. Tournament time is 5 days. Closed tournament rule is, 5-minute tournament. There you go. Let me make sure I got that right. I always like to double check my work. I'm terrible at this sometimes. November 19th, Wild West Rampage 5-minute tournament. It's a private tournament, 5 days. Create and play. GPARKER. Okay. And here we go. This week I did a lot of work down here in the arcade room, and I had to completely tear this pinball machine down, move it out of the room to do the work I needed to complete. And thank goodness yesterday I got it all put back together, and everything is working fine okay. So hoping not to jinx anything. Let's get this game underway.
You can best tell
I do love Wild West Rampage. It is
Good for me, bad for them.
definitely, I love the graphics, the call-outs, the characters. It's just fantastic.
Welcome to Rockton Point.
The name's Cindy. Just Cindy.
Let's see if I get the view I want. 1W, I think is what I like on this one. See in the top right, tells you how much time I got left. Top right of the playfield there is 446 there. 5 minutes is a long time. With that being said, I don't think anybody wants to sit and watch me play for 5 whole minutes. So, you want to see how I did? Get in the tournament. Thanks for watching, everybody, and back to the show. There you go.
Nice. I'll put this one back up here because Livewire said he sucks at this table. He's glad it's only so the rest of us have a chance, is what you're saying. So there is a chance. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, 5 minutes is a long time. If you keep track of how long when you play a 3-ball game. Yeah, I think the average game for me is like 3 or 4 minutes.
I've been telling Kelly for years 1.5 minutes is a long time. I don't know what you're talking about. 5 minutes. Holy crap. That's a twofer with a soda in between. But yeah, I used to play the heck out of that table.
Paradise by the Trackball Light. You know what I'm talking about. iArcade owners. Yeah.
Isn't there a song called 5 Minute Man too?
Salty Army is Legion. Just stop by to show some love. All right.
I think my biggest attraction to that game, starting out with, is when I was first building, before I even knew you guys, I was building this arcade room. I was planning out in a spare bedroom, laying on a bed, a TV monitor laid on its side, and playing with FX pinball. I was playing with FX 3, and I was playing with VPX pinball. And before I invested all this money in building the cabinet and everything, I wanted to make sure it worked. And so I was playing with VPX, but I really liked the FX3. And that was the first game. As a matter of fact, I think that game came free with FX3. I think that was one of the ones that came free with it. So, and I just fell in love with that game, being probably the first VPin that I actually played a lot.
Yeah. But see, Livewire says you can't figure that table out. I'm the same way. I played the heck out of that table, but there are things that I do and I've never repeated because I'm like, how did I start that mode? How did I get to that thing? I really haven't got to the point where, you play Medieval Madness, you got to hit the bridge a couple times and then you got to hit the gate so many times and you can break down the wall. But I'm like, things happen in that Wild West Rampage and I'm still not sure how I did it.
Well, it's like there's one mode where you fight the bad guys.
Yeah.
The only mode that I've figured out really how to do well at is the one where you got to blow up the dynamite before the train comes. You can see the dynamite. You got to hit it with the ball.
Right.
But I don't even know what a skill shot is on there.
I know how to hit
that.
The
You
ball
got to hit the little targets on the left.
Yeah, I think so.
If you launch it too hard, it'll go on the ramp above it or something. But you got to soft plunge and hit those targets on the left. But
isn't the train, you gotta, when you're shooting the ball too, you gotta have it on the tracks, otherwise it sinks down or something like that. Is it that table?
I think
right. It's a confusing table. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. I know you hit that thing to the right of the center ramp enough times and it starts putting those barrels that'll explode. But that's the only thing I can do consistently. But I can't hit all the barrels. I suck at aiming at a couple of those. Mode where you're on the train. Never got past it. Yeah, I've never finished that mode. I've been there. Don't know how I got there and don't know how to finish it.
I know Poe likes Cindy's butt.
Yes.
Yeah, if you get it, she's on they're in VR too. They were on Pinball FX too, also. That table. So you can play it in VR. She's standing right there next to you the whole time you're playing.
It's something I haven't got out since I got my eyes fixed. I got to do that. I got to get it out, charged, and updated as my VR headset. Because I can't wait. Not being able to play it without putting on stupid glasses is going to be great. That's cool. But anyway, so much we're getting off track. The tournament is on a roll. 8. This is week 8. So 2 more weeks. And Bart, you and I got to get together and put our heads together and figure out what we're going to do for our. We don't want to get caught, unprepared for figuring out what we're going to do with our playoff session. So,
Right.
I am pretty impressed with seeing different people at the top. And I'm really impressed with Livewire and Classic Rocking being right up there at the top. Balls and Slapping's right up there. Balls and Slapping's nipping at you, though.
Yeah.
Nipping at your balls.
And, of all the top ones, I'll tell you what, Hollywood Polo's holding his own there.
Yeah, he's had a couple of weeks where he did really well, and he would be one notch higher, I think, because was it last week or the week before he came in second? It was last week, and that one dude, that's the only time he's played. He didn't play again this week, but he played that 1 week, and he came in first, and Polo came in second. So if that guy that bounced in for 1 week hadn't showed up, Polo would have another point, and I think he'd be tied with someone, right?
Yeah, GGAGE is
Yeah,
the one that got 4 points last week. So
yeah.
that is interesting.
Because what's the ranking? We know Classic Rock King and Livewire are tied at 18. Then
Right,
who's
then 12, and then it jumps to 12 points, so 18 to 12, and that's Balls and Slapping.
okay?
And then it goes to Tony's, and somebody help me out. TONNYS GOGREN Jodren. Tony's Jodren. Tony's, I don't know, but he's at 10 in fourth place, and then it drops to 9 is Hollywood Polo, and then they start getting multiple of the same number. That Gregory, Arizona Cowboy 1, and Off Grid. No, I'm looking at the wrong line. Yeah, Arizona Cowboy 1 and Gregory got 8. Then Off Grid, you fall in that thing of
Yeah, we're in
anybody
that
who's played, if you played every week,
every week.
you got
Yeah,
7.
so if Polo, if that G Gage guy or whatever hadn't played last week, Polo would have came in first, and he'd be tied with Tony's Jogren, or however you say that. So yeah, it's any week you get a good week going.
Well, just another
That hasn't
observation.
happened yet for me.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Other observations you can make, though, is the fact that if it weren't for Arcade Chaos, for example, one of our good friends here on the channel, which I don't think he's here tonight, but I got to throw a shout out to him, because if it wasn't for him, there's many a week that Poe and Derek would have been in last place.
Hey.
Yeah. Hey, Brooklyn Menace is in the house. Hey, Brooklyn, what's up?
Hey,
There
Brooklyn.
he is.
Yeah, it's this week I think I counted it as a win, because you got all those guys that are sitting up top, the Live Wire and Classic Rock, and then I was the first one of the guys that's were on the second tier level people. So I'm counting that as a win.
Yeah.
I'm
you're
counting. We're the JV team, and
But, you're also the keeper of the spreadsheet, too. So how did your
right,
name get
yeah, that's one keyboard slip away. I can be right up there. But
But Mike's done. Mike Seavey, right here with us. I mean, hey, Greg, I'm here. Yeah, I know you're here. But he's done great. But you know what? I'm telling you what. I've seen you do better, Mike.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you know what? Mike has every single game that's hit the market every week. Mike has, and he's playing that too. So he has an excuse. Every new game that's out, he's playing it. And 100% in it right now. So
his scores are a little lower because he only has time to play 2 balls and then he quits. He's like, I don't have time to play. I got places to be. But
Well, since we brought Mike up, I'm going to kind of change our direction here a little bit, and I want to show Mike's video, but I want to ask him a couple of questions real quick. And one is, you did this uncensored. I'd have to bring it up.
Maniac Mansion video.
Yeah, Maniac Mansion, and I did watch that. And I'll tell you, first thing I want to tell you is thanks for making me be aware of the fact I did not realize that Lucasfilms, which I'm assuming Lucas Games, assume is a sub company of Lucasfilms, right? It's all part of the same. I didn't realize they had that many games. I thought they just did the Star Wars.
Oh, no, they did a lot of games. Famous for their point and click adventures. Like they had Indiana Jones and the Fate of the Atlantis. Maniac Mansion was one of them. I'm looking at my poster. The Secret of Monkey Island. So that was another one. Yeah.
Ball Blazer. Back in the day, Ball Blazer on the Atari 5200, 7800. So even as far back as that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
they
so
were
when
making
I
a lot of
was
point and click.
make sure you check those watching. Just make sure you check out Mike's channel. Again, we were kind of ribbing him a little bit. He plays every game that comes out, but he's putting together some great videos with some great information. And every time I watch one, I go like, wow, I learned something, because I have played that Star Wars game. Mike and I have talked about it. I played it on my At Games. Gamer Pro has it, and I did a couple videos on it. And Mike was quite versed in that. We talked about it quite a bit. And then, he started telling me about what Lucasfilms or Lucas Gaming's did. And I'm just pretty impressed with that. So, anything you want to say about some of the stuff you got going on, Mike, before I roll your video? I'll go find it while you're doing it.
Sure. Well, I'm putting out right now. I'm working on, if you see my community tab, I'm working on Sonic the Hedgehog. So I'm trying to get the gameplay. So I already did Sonic Superstars, recorded some gameplay off of that, and then I'm working on towards the 16-bit Genesis game. So the first one I got to record, and the second and third. So after that, then of course editing, then I'll put the video up. But I want to just take my time, because Maniac Mansion, I was gonna I need to kind of rush this before before Halloween's done, but I didn't get to finish it. So it's just like, yeah, when I get the video out, I'll get the video out.
Cool. Well, you want to give us a lead into what I'm about to show everybody?
Sure. Yeah, I bought, was it Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, because a lot of my friends, also my brother and my cousin, we play a lot of this online. So if you're kind of wondering what I'm doing most of the time, besides, doing the YouTube videos, I like playing Call of Duty with my friends. This has kind of been a tradition of ours. I know, like, when I worked at a corporate company, I had my boss, a few of the employees, we'd play Call of Duty, and it was just pretty awesome. Like, after work was done, we'd, head home and just play that for like hours on end. And then it just kind of became tradition. Like now, with the new one, we still play online. I know it's been getting a lot of flack and stuff, but I still find it fun. It's not as good. I still miss Verdansk, that open world map, the old map. That's what a lot of people miss too, besides me, but it's fine. We've been having a good time with it.
Cool. Well, with your blessing, I'll go ahead and roll the reel. Is that good, Mike?
Sure, sounds good. Aloha everyone, Mike Seeby here, and I'm going to show you the game I'm mostly playing. I know it might surprise you that I play other games besides retro and pinball games. Call of Duty Warzone is a favorite amongst my friends here. One is in the Air Force and the other in the Army. We've been playing since the original Season 2 of Verdansk, I think. This is the new Modern Warfare 3 game, and this is the zombie campaign. Sorry, I don't have audio on what they are saying. I remember recording my gameplay on the PS5, which had no problems recording a video. Well, Xbox is different, where it doesn't do the same thing as the PS5. I'll be playing for 10 minutes of this game and share with you my thoughts on what the zombie campaign is like. Alright, here we go. First thing, my operator is the hero of time, Ash, from the Evil Dead movies and Army of Darkness film. Yes, Bruce Campbell is voicing him. My other friend in the Air Force has Spawn, and my Army friend has the default character. I'm sure he'll be able to figure out how to change his character later. Now, there are other people playing on this map, and we didn't engage anyone, which was nice. The swords that I got was found when I played this game single player. If you play single player on a zombie campaign, be sure to find a self-revive, because you would have a teammate to revive you if you get knocked down.
Hey, you blind bastard! Check your fire! Switching mags.
This was pretty fun rolling down the street. I don't know what was chasing us since the guys were firing at it. So we made it to our objective. That wasn't bad, and we get a reward.
Hey, heads up, bastard! Check your fire! Eagles here! Switching mags. You better watch out, mother scratcher.
It is so funny to hear Ash talk. Okay, I had to head back and help my friends out during this mission when a bunch of mercenaries attacked both Jason and Brandon. That sucks, getting shot in the back. I really love the swords though, since I can still attack enemies if I get knocked down.
Here they come.
One of my regrets is trading this gun for the M16. I really wish I kept this one. There's a computer that we're supposed to be protecting, which I didn't realize. We were trying to drive the bad guys away from us, but that's actually pretty smart to lure us away from the computer. Finally, it's my turn to help get my teammate up. I need to pay them back since they always revive me.
Don't worry, kid. I got you.
Yep, one of the bad guys managed to destroy the computer. Dang it. This is another mission we activated, in which we have to take out the mercenary camp, which we are successful.
We can keep killing Terminus troops as fast as they can send. But if we're gonna switching mags, you better watch out, mother scratcher. To get to them.
We are running out of time, and need to exfil the area, which is leave the area. I wasn't sure if the other people playing could kill us, but apparently not, since I witnessed another person throw a hand grenade at another person and nothing happened to them. This is my chance to call a helicopter to come pick us up. When you do this, it triggers a bunch of zombies to come attack you. So far, this game mode is extremely fun in my own opinion. I can't comment on the single player experience or the multiplayer side. Me and my friends enjoyed the zombie mode. Cool thing too is that any weapon you pick up here on the map gets brought back to base with you. That means when you play the mode again, you can bring your weapons with you again instead of losing it. It's still not safe, even if you get on the chopper. The stupid zombies still want to hitch a ride with you. Like, look at this guy. And when my friends get on, we got these two still. So, yeah, I gotta keep swinging. But that's the cool thing about having the swords. You can kind of wipe the zombies out. Alright. Take care, everyone, and remember, gaming is your road to adventure. Bye.
Nice.
Hey, there you go.
That's cool.
You know, I never have played any of those type of games. I know the remember the 14.4 modems and the computer. It had an old 486 computer, and everyone called me up and said, "Hey, we got," and we were both actually we were both ham radio operators. We'd sit and talk to each other on the ham radios, and he got a 28.8 modem, and they talked me into getting one, and we played Doom collectively. So
nice.
I kind of know what you're talking about. You got to remember, this dates way back. But it was kind of cool because we ended up getting a group of us, and like you said, it worked, but it was ham radio of all things. And we were talking to not only guys locally, but you might get a guy in New York or California that would join in and say, "Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I'll join in on a game with that with you." So I know what it's like to play that. I've never played the Call of Duty and the Xbox stuff on that, but way back I did that, and it was slow as hell, and the graphics were horrible, but it was fun.
Yeah, I had a friend that had a modem that he would be able to play with another friend of mine in town, Doom. So I remember that, like, very clearly, especially how excited, like, what? You can play with another guy? way before online game became popular. That was actually pretty cool to see back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, the late 90s, we were playing Star Siege Tribes in the Air Force, me and my buddies on base all the time. So that was a lot of fun back in the day. But Call of Duty, that was something at the mill. Me and my buddies would play all the time off a midnight shift Call of Duty. As soon as we got home, we were playing that. And I would save the zombies for my brother and my best friend and my nephew. We would play zombie mode all the time. Now, it's been a few years since I've played any Call of Duty, but I didn't realize Ash was in the new one. So I might have to take a look at this new one again. Yeah, I might have to start playing again.
Nicki Minaj is on there too. You can be her if you want.
Cool. Well, that was very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, how many versions of that Call of Duty is there now?
Oh,
I mean, it's been out for a long time, hasn't it?
Yeah, I got into it. I mean, it started out on the PC, the World War II stuff, but I got into it when I had an Xbox 360.
All right, so PS3.
Modern Warfare on that system is when I bought Xbox Live Card, and I started getting friends from after work, and we'd play it, and just it became an addicted play. Yes.
There used to be like one every year, and I would buy them every year, me and my brother and my buddy and guys at work. And it was an addiction. Yeah, we'd buy every single year, and we'd have to be in there playing zombies and everything. And then at one point, it just was like, at one point we got to, it's like, okay, enough, we're done, But now, like you said, if Ash is in there, I might have to do this again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when they got to the future stuff, I didn't really care for it. So that's when I bought it still, and I played like the the single player campaign. But yeah, when I tried the future where they're like jumping off buildings and stuff, like, this is not my thing. And I
Yeah.
just got back to it recently. Not recently, but when Warzone came out, my brother from Hawaii, he messaged me. He's like, "Oh, you used to play Call of Duty back in the day?" And he's like, "You got to join me and my friends." So I went and played with them. It was at the Warzone map, and I'm like, "Wow, I'm gonna be playing this again." So yeah, I quit too, and my brother is the one that got me into playing it again.
Oh, cool.
From Hawaii, yeah.
Yeah, we
It
would
was
play.
kinda cool. Yeah, we just played last night. We were doing the zombie one.
Nice.
Every time we were on midnight shift, my whole crew, we would go home and play immediately. And I remember my wife was working at the time at the school, and she would come home sometime after noon, and she would tell me all the time, as soon as you're done with work, which would be 8 a.m., get to sleep so that you can get up in the afternoon and be with the family after we get home from work and school. And be like, okay, I'd be playing Call of Duty until like just afternoon, and I'd be looking out the window to watch for her to pull in. Hurry up and turn off the PlayStation and jump in bed. Be like, I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping.
Nice.
Yeah, it was an addiction for sure.
Well, if you do get the new one, so you can play Ash, make sure you're playing as Ash because Derek found it down. If you play as Nicki Minaj, Poe's going to be getting shot because he may be busy playing with his boobies.
Derek will play as asshole.
Livewire was playing some Diablo. That's first online game he played.
Nice. Yeah, I had
Well,
a friend in the Navy that played Diablo a lot. When I come over, like, what the hell are you playing? And then he'd be playing that game. And he's like the same guy that got me into playing Baldur's Gate's an army friend of mine when I went to Kosovo. But yeah, I was like, what is that? And he constantly would be playing that till like, was it from when we get off work from 5 to like 2 in the morning? I'm like, dude, you need to head to bed because you got watch tomorrow. And he'd be like, when I get paired up with him, he's like asleep, you know, and I'm the only one, you know, keeping an eye on things on base. Like, you gotta, I said, that's too much addiction. Stop playing Diablo.
You know, I was watching Poe's channel and I saw he did the RoboCop Rogue.
Rogue City.
Yep.
Rogue City. Okay. But you know, one thing I wanted to, and I'm going to let you talk about that if you want. But something I wanted to ask you myself is why you haven't done a video on something like the new Mario Wonder? Because tell everybody, is it true you and your son have already beat or been all the way through Mario Wonder?
Well, yeah, we beat the main game. There's still that special level we haven't gone through. And actually, he said he had the day off. He wanted to get McRib because McRib is back. So he was like, let's get McRib and we'll play the special world, Dad. We'll beat the special world since I have the day off. I'm like, now that sounds like a plan. We got the McRib. We got some milkshakes. We came home and we had them. And I come up from the bathroom and he's sitting there playing Mario RPG. So we never did get back to Mario Wonder. He played Mario RPG the rest of the evening. So we got to finish the special world, but we beat the main game, together. So lots of fun. You're gonna enjoy that game, Greg. So.
Yeah, I can't wait. I got to jump in and say the McRib. I was under the understanding last time they had the McRib out that it was done for good. It's gone for good, which really disappointed me. And when I saw that it was back, I took the car and the dog. Straight, not Cheryl. Chihuahua to McDonald's and got me a McRib. You know, I'm trying not to feed her table food, but man, you could tell she could sense there was something good in the car. She about drove me nuts. And she kept looking my face because that barbecue sauce is probably the messiest damn sandwich you'd ever eat in your life. But I did, and I know you said you made some joke in our comments the other day about I probably took the dog to Red Lobster. And hell no, so because I got some things I want to ask Bart next, but I want to ask you real quick, kind of work my way around. Can you tell us a little bit about the Rogue City? I mean, Other than I know you got the video out, but good grief, my phone won't shut up. Okay. I had your channel brought up, and now I can't get it to shut up.
Just like me.
It's accurate.
Unsubscribe. Unsubscribe.
I haven't been getting much out, but I did want to play that the other day. I actually made 2 videos. I didn't put the other one out yet. I'm trying to do the side missions in that one too, because it is a game I want to complete as much as possible. So the one I put out there the other day was a side mission, and they can be a little tedious, a little boring maybe. But I did do the side mission on that one, and it's still cool as hell. And anytime they do a cutscene and you actually see RoboCop, I'm still like looking at it like, wow, it's like you're watching the movie, right? He looks really cool in the thing. So, but yeah, I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And like I said, anybody else watching it, it might seem a little boring. Side missions can be that way, but I want to try to actually complete this along with the side missions. But for me, and I don't know if Mike's having the same problem with it, when they have the little prompts, for me, you got to really look close because it's a really light green when it says you can question somebody or do this or that. And if you move a little too quick, you can miss it. And I'm missing it sometimes. I'm walking around a crime scene and I'm like, what did I miss here? And it doesn't always tell you if you walked out of the area either. So it's like, what am I missing? It's taking me way too long to find what the next step is here. So hopefully there's a patch or something they do for the thing, you know. Because then I walk.
With Robo, did that happen to you where he kind of glitched? Like he was kind of in between a wall. I'm like, what's going on here? And he's like, kind of vibrating, and then finally it went back to normal. I'm like, oh, that was weird.
Oh, that part didn't happen to me yet, but there was one part where, and it actually happened a couple times, where I'm like, okay, where am I supposed to go now? Because I don't think I found everything yet where I can move on to the next area. They're not showing me that I need to go so many meters to a targeted area. So where am I supposed to go? Then I'll turn back and the person all of a sudden has a prompt on them to talk to them. I'm like, did I somehow miss that? You know, so that's the only thing that's getting me right now. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be right directly. I remember when you were trying to talk to that store owner. Remember the kids that are having their music too loud?
Yes.
Yeah, there's an example that I was like, oh, you got to go a little bit towards the middle, and then his prompt. That's where it happened.
Yeah, because the very first time I just walked right past them. I went on to do a different mission or something like that because I'm like, okay, their music's too loud. I probably have to talk to this dude. But nothing's happening, so I'm going to move on and do something else. You know, I'm walking through the city.
Real quick, I just want to say hi to Tony. Showed up from Sweden, so
hello.
Bart put it up there, but and he's like number 4 in the tournament with the score of 10. So he's up there. I mean, he's up there with the big boys. So
nice.
Nice.
Anyway, I just wanted to recognize Tony while I was there because no telling a guy from Sweden, I don't know how long he can last. It's got to be 2 or 3 in the morning over there.
Right.
Yeah, but it's a fun game, and since I don't get to play often, I'm really tempted to move right on to the story and keep going. But at the same time, I'm like, it's been a while since I've actually played a whole game the whole way through and did everything in it. You know, I used to do that a lot with even some of the zombie games, and it's like this game here, I really want to try to get everything in it, do everything in it. So I'll do what I can with it. Like I said, I have another recording that I made a little bit after that. I didn't upload it yet, but maybe I'll do that. And with Thanksgiving week coming up, maybe I'll shoot a few more videos depending on how I feel here, hopefully. I'm not even going to mention Popeye, but
Are you going to play it on Thanksgiving?
on Thanksgiving, we have a few things going on here, not a lot. I think the in-laws will stop over for an hour or 2, and that's about it. So Thanksgiving is open, and I think we're going to have like 4 or 5 days off according to work. So as long as I'm not laid up in bed or at the ER once again, hopefully play some games. And I should have a whole bunch of stuff maybe coming in the mail. So maybe, hopefully FedEx shows up tomorrow at some point. I need to download a few things, and I need a couple trackball games, right, Bart?
Yeah,
I,
that's
I,
true.
I should have done that already today, but I didn't. I need me some Centipede and some Millipede. I'd like to have Crystal Castles. I don't know if anybody put that up yet. Then,
right.
but I'd like to have
That's a
that
good
too.
game.
I don't know what all did you put on yours. Maybe that's a talk for something later, Bart. But if we're going to talk iRarcade, but I don't
Well,
know.
that's what I was going to lead into next. Actually, was I was going to ask you guys. I was going to kind of like, let me see if I can do this. I was going to move you up here with Bart and let you two kind of take over the show for a little bit and talk about your iRarcades and some stuff with that. So, just continue that on and go ahead and that was my intention to drag you in. So, you guys got
the big thing to do would be adding trackball games right now, and I should have done that today, and I didn't. But I went through the PAX RS stuff yesterday to see what games they have added, and holy crap, I haven't been on there for a while. And it seems like you go through a whole lot of conversation and then a couple games, and a whole lot of conversation and a couple games. So I was just wondering if you added stuff from that, or if you configured some of your own stuff for on there.
It's kind of funny. And for anyone that's not sure what we're talking about, Poe and I both have iRarcades, and we both ordered the Glenn's, GRS Ultimate Control Deck or something. Sorry, Glenn, if you watch this, I don't know the exact name. But we both got this control deck that has spinners, and it has a trackball on there, and the automatic 4-way, 8-way gate switcher. Oh, my gosh, Poe. I know you haven't got
that's a beautiful thing. And and definitely for some logger action and Popeye action and spinners too. I wondered if you added Tempest, and if so, do you need to put a config file in there for that or no? I had questions for you. So
it's funny because I got the thing home and I was unboxing it and I was like, I didn't download any trackball games yet. So before I shut the machine down so that I could install the deck, I quick grabbed Centipede. So when I fired it up, and it just worked. Centipede worked great. And then I went looking for Tempest, and I went in the PAX RS Discord and I'm searching for Tempest, and all I found were other people asking for Tempest. So I don't know if there's a working Tempest. I didn't make any for myself.
I went way up the list and I saw Tempest there, and I saw a config file, and then some people said, I think with it and some of the trackball, that you didn't necessarily need the config, but if you need it, put it in. And I haven't done anything with these config files yet. So
those are a separate push with the config. I did that for one game and I can't even remember what it is. But the Centipede said it had a config, and people were saying I didn't use it. So I didn't. I just downloaded the game and it just worked. What I did to test the spinner is I downloaded Tron.
Oh, nice.
And of course, Tron's a little odd because normally you have the joystick with the trigger on it. And this one, I'm doing the joystick and using my pinky finger on the fire button while I'm using the joystick, and then the spinner's kind of up in here. I don't think, he made it so you can remove the joysticks for better spinner access. I didn't have a problem with it anyway. I can reach it just fine with the joystick kind of in, it's not a big deal. But they just worked. Everything I've tried so far just worked. But I haven't had a lot of time. We got back from the trip on Thursday late because we had to take Kelly's sister to the airport in El Paso. And anyone who knows the size of Texas, we came into Texas in Texarkana and ended up in El Paso. So that's a good day and a half drive. But got the thing on Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday I had to work. So I really just got the thing installed, and I only tested those couple of games. Then I did the auto 4-way, 8-way switcher. Derek says that sounds, and it works. It was amazing. I'm playing Burger Time. I fired that up in 8-way mode, and I'm like, yeah, that's 8-way joystick. And then I hit the button, and It just works. It's four-way.
Nice.
So much better. I played a little bit of the Donkey Me, whatever. Played me some Exorcist on there, in four-way mode, and then I loaded up Time Pilot, switched it back to 8-way, and it's like, man, this is pretty sweet.
Excellent.
So yeah, that's my plan. But I don't know how crazy I want to get, like we've talked before, with downloading stuff, or do I want to just wait for the Viper board?
Right.
Because then you're supposed to be able to just install a full version of MAME and get all kinds of stuff and not have to worry about
Right.
push things. So
I think what they're waiting on, I think he sent that out to, was it To Die For, Bobby Vu, is making a build for that. I know he sent him the board a month or so ago because I saw that. And I think he's making a build for that. So once that build is complete, he's going to put it up for sale so that you can put that build on there and everything. So,
yeah. So I've kind of been babying downloading too much because I think at some point, like I said, the Viper board, because I'm familiar with doing stuff with MAME, and still some of this stuff with downloading the games and then converting them. If you can't find them ready to push, you have to do this, that, and the other thing.
right.
So I don't know. But everything's working so well with these pushing games. People are making them, and they have the background, tells you what the buttons do and all that. It's like, I don't know. Do I need the Viper board? But I'm sure I'm going to get it. But
yeah, that's the thing with an SD card. You're going to be able to throw a lot more stuff on there without worrying about the memory of the iArcade itself.
right.
Now, how crazy do I get with that? I think I'm going to treat it like I do my flashback systems. Like with my Atari flashback systems, I keep it to Atari. My Nintendo Mini, a lot of people were throwing every other system on there, but I kept it to NES, my S8, So I'll keep this to MAME. I don't think I'm going to throw Nintendo games and, TurboGrafx games and everything on my iArcade cabinet. I'm going to keep it to arcade. Right.
Yeah. And as far as installing that Glenn's deck, yours is supposed to be here, tomorrow? You're hopeful?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I did a whole video of installing it on mine. I just set up the camera and said, I'll just record the thing. It was like 25-minute video, and I only cut out like 2 or 3 minutes of putting in screw, what nobody needs to watch me unscrew a bunch of screws. So it was less than 30 minutes, I think, from the time I turned on the camera and said, okay, I'm going to start doing this till I was done. And that was even talking and explaining it. So probably if you're just whipping through it without trying to make a video and push and stop, record, and all that stuff, you probably could do the whole thing in 20 minutes.
I saw another person and a couple other people in this person's comments said they actually took that whole box and slid it back instead of taking the board out of it,
Just left it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see what I do. I'm probably not going to get to it until at least Thanksgiving night because I'm working 3 10-hour days this week. So I'm sure after work, I'm probably going to crash, take some cold medicine and crash
at
the beginning of this week. So,
yeah. I took the box out and then I'm going to reuse, I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to reuse those mounting little risers and screw them in so it's fixed.
Right.
But yeah, everything's, and that instruction manual's brilliant. It's pretty straightforward, pictures, all that. So doing the install is easy.
All right. I'm looking forward to that. And then Mike said I have to buy a send and light gun with feedback. So there's another couple $100 going. Thanks a lot, Mike.
Yeah. That's a plan too. Was why I wanted to get Glenn's deck more than anything. Well, as much as anything, I wanted that gate switcher and the trackball and spinners, but being able to plug in the light guns. And
I probably have to have at least 2 of those just in case somebody shows up and wants to play with me. Thanks a lot, Mike.
Yeah.
So, now we're looking at $500.
Right. Yeah. Because those sending guns are not cheap. But yeah, Gun for IR. is what Derek's saying. And I don't know, is that compatible with Glenn's deck and all that? I know the sending guns work. He's done all that. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. I'm liking the arcade even more now.
The arcade did not have a trackball on it to begin with, then, right? This is a new addition for you guys,
right? Trackball, spinners, and of course the 4-way to 8-way gate at the push of a button. Those are all added features.
I got little things I 3D printed for my gates, which work.
Right, that's what I was using. But
on my Aggies, but you know, in my sauce, for some reason, I never did Centipede. Everybody knows I love Gallica, but Centipede is one game that I've loved, and I never did get it with the sauce. You know, the sauce for that game. And I had it on the cabinet that I gave to Travis to put in his arcade room that when I built with an Atari Flight Stick and I hung it on the wall. It was a nice little arcade, and I used a Raspberry Pi, and it had Centipede on it, and it had a trackball. And, you know, it sounds silly, but I missed that. It took up a lot of space, and I got so much stuff, I just let him have it for his new house when he got it. And I missed Centipede. And I do have Centipede that I can play on the Switch. If you ever tried to play with a controller versus a trackball, I mean, it's virtually impossible. You just can't.
Yeah.
That's actually going to be something pretty much, aside from playing in an arcade, it'll be new for me because all of the copies of Centipede that I have for at home have always been with a joystick or a thumbstick, you know, or a control pad.
You'll love it. You'll love it with a trackball. Oh my God.
Yeah. And Missile Command is on my list. I got to get.
Yeah.
You almost have to have a trackball to play Missile Command
right.
And which I played up in Missouri at the laundromat and got second place. But I was only short of that guy by about 72 billion points. I had like 100,000. He had like 9.4 billion. I'm like, what? But it's been years and years since I played Missile Command out in the wild, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, that was a interesting cabinet. It was trackball cabinet. It had Centipede, Millipede, and Missile Command. And I'm a cheap bastard, so I only used 1 quarter because I didn't want to run out of laundry quarter. So I only played 1 game. But yeah, so I will be getting Missile Command relatively quickly. But if you find that Tempest, Poe, send it to me.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it. I did the search, but I know if you do a search, it won't find file names.
Yeah.
So you kind of.
And they weren't adding those. They didn't add those to the giant pack because I found the giant pack and the trackball games weren't. It doesn't look like they've added anything to that giant pack for a little while now. So.
You think they?
And somebody said on there. Well, somebody said on there for some reason when they were adding trackball games to the list, they were getting deleted off of there. So I don't know why that was happening either.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the house.
Yeah, that probably was at that laundromat all the time. And Nick Gamer, hey, how's it going?
Hey, Nick Gamer.
Welcome to the show.
Nick
I have to
Gamer.
lean forward because I don't wear my glasses. So if I need to read something important, I lean forward. When Chaos types, I stay with the back. But and then when Derek types, I just scroll. That
Derek.
That's why I leave my glasses in the house, is because I know Derek's going to be here every show. So.
Well, I got a little. I don't want to. You guys pretty much covered your iArcade, I think. You know, unless you got some other highlights for it. But keep us posted. Maybe we can do a segment on the iArcade every week. But
yeah, I thought about making a quick little segment video for today, but like I said, with getting back from the trip and then having to work and all that, I was like, man, I don't have time to put anything together that would be worth anything. And then I remembered how shitty I play all these games, so I could put a video together. It's only going to be 3 minutes long. So Mike said something about with that trackball, I'll be able to play Centipede the right way. I'm like, I'll play the same way I always do, like crap. That's how I play Centipede. That's the way I roll. Oh yeah, Derek's typing all big so I can read without my glasses.
There you go.
You need to increase
Derek,
the size of
I
the
can
word,
always use
sir.
I can always use sign language to reply to Derek.
Watch out, Poe's gonna screen capture that. Poe's gonna screenshot.
Yeah, that'll show up for years. Hey, look at who's here! Look at who's here!
Oh, Hollywood Polo.
Polo. He shows up to see us today. Now after he's having his big game in that Medieval Madness this week, he had to show up fashionably late now because he's big time.
He did a hell of a score.
He did. That was great. Were you going to segue into something, Greg?
Yeah, I was gonna say I in our little chat group, Poe had said something about a game was on sale on the Switch, which I like. Chaos has done a great job of that, and of telling me stuff. And you guys have always said, you know, Poe and all of you, if you notice something on sale, we kind of communicate back and forth. And that Burnout Paradise racing game.
You mean that one?
Yeah, straight from Poe himself. But I saw it was, I forget what was it, both $4.99, $5.99, regularly $29.99. And
Yeah, 80% off.
I like the racing games. It reminds me a lot, and I did a video on it. I put it up just before the show came on earlier this afternoon after I got everything else set up the tournament and everything. But it's reminds me of kind of the Need for Speed without the police chases. But you kind of cruise around looking for races, getting your car fixed, getting gas, doing things. I don't know. It's kind of cool. But so with that, I started looking at all the sales that were going on, and that's what I'm about to show you right now. Is if you guys will let me, I just got a little quick video here that I put together this afternoon, kind of going over some of the things that are on sale in the Nintendo shop. Didn't have near enough time. This is going to bore you as it is. I could go on forever with all that's on sale. So it tells you right now, especially this time of year, you got to switch, go on the Nintendo shop. There's a ton of savings. So I'll go ahead and roll with it. Hey everybody, going to do a quick little segment on what's on sale on the Nintendo Switch. I'm actually on the Switch, and I went to the eShop and opened up great deals and found some pretty good deals. Now again, this is November 19th, and some of these are not on sale that long. Some are on sale for a long time, and some are just got days or hours remaining. So depending on if you're watching this live tonight or if you're watching it later on, they may or may not still be on sale. But some pretty good bargains. I'm not going to go over them all, but one that hit my eye here was Namco Museum. It's got Pac-Man, Dig Dug, a whole bunch of other Namco games on it. Only 11 hours remaining. Regularly $29.99 for $4.79. Looks pretty cool. So you might want to check that out for $4.79. The House of the Dead, $24.99, $6.24, 3 days remaining. This kart racers, I got a lot of the racers. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I've got Sonic Racing. I've got the Disney Speedstorm. I got all kinds of different racing games, but I like them, and I like to have the different ones. I got cars. So here's one, $29.99, 4 days remaining, 85% off, $4.49. So if you're into the racing games, that's pretty cool. This Limbo, kind of a role-playing game, $9.99 for $1.99, 80% off, 8 days remaining. That's not a big deal, 40% off there, but Retro Bowl, I don't know, it might be cool. Mortal Kombat, $49.99, $9.99 now on sale. Modern Combat, $7.99 for $1.99. Okay, how did I messed up there. Here's a Overcooked. I don't know. I don't think those would be up my alley. $39.99 for $15.99. 6 days remaining. 60% off. What do we got here? Unlimited World. 88% off. Regular $39.99 for $4.79. 11 hours remaining. I did look at this one earlier just because I was curious. $12.99, $1.99. It looks like a little role-playing game. That didn't look too exciting, but well, I don't know if you're into those kind of games. $12.99 for $1.99. This one looked kind of cute. Old Man's Journey. The guy that reminded me of Old Poe. $9.99 for $1.99. Backpack Hero, $16.99. Regular $19.99. Not that big a deal on that. See if there's some other real big discounts. 85% off. Okay, Kart Racers, Nickelodeon Kart Racers Grand Prix, $39.99 for $5.99. Not bad. Ooh, Star Wars Lego, if you're into that, the Skywalker Saga, 70% off, $79.99 for $23.99 now. I mean, you know, if you're willing to pay $79 for that game, it says it's a bundle. I guess that would be cool because that's quite a savings. Battle Crashers, $9.99 for $2.49. What's this one here? Goat Simulator. There you go. Goat Simulator, the Goatee, $29.99 for $8.99. Just run over a few more of these. This one here looked kind of cool. The Marooners. The Marooners. Looks like it's a game within a bunch of games within a game. You have multiple people play on your Switch when you got it in dock mode. And $14.99 for $1.99. It kind of looked pretty cool. I might take a further look at that. Deflector, 91% off, going for $1.99. Learn to play piano. Real Drive Simulator, $14.99, $1.99. Oh, and Buck Hunter, the arcade. Buck Hunter Arcade, 80% off. Now, I might take a look at that. I remember that in the arcades. Kind of cool. Let's take a quick look at that. $19.99 for $3.99. Let's take a quick look at this. Alcohol reference and animated blood. Ooh.
Get ready for the ultimate arcade hunting experience on your Nintendo Switch. With 3 big game adventures, 9 treks, 45 levels, and 7 bonus games. 2-player head-to-head competitions. Bring all the exciting arcade hunting action home in Big Buck Hunter Arcade.
Okay, I may have to look at that. 80% off, $3.99. I've played that in the arcade before. I've seen that in the arcade and played it. And I'm sure I put more than $3.99 in quarters in there to play it. So there you go. I'm going to have to take a good look at that one. I'm going to look all the way through this whole list. But just a reminder to take a look here. Here's one here. Crash Drive 3. 90% off. $19.99 for $1.99. I mean, you know, these are just some great deals, and that's only got 1 day remaining. So there you go. Oh, there's a Burnout Paradise. You can see I already purchased it. Didn't show the prices on there, but I gave $5.99 for that. So there you go. There's some great Fury Unleashed, 80% off. I can go on and on with this, so I won't. We'll get back to the show, but check this out if you get a chance. It's some great stuff. Just go in on your Nintendo Switch, go to the eStore, and look for great deals. Okay, back to the show, everybody. Bye now.
Nice.
Nice.
Cool.
I did go ahead and download that. I did that Paradise City, and I did the Buck Hunter. The only thing is, it goes back to what we were talking about with using a trackball. Well, now I'm having to use a game controller when you used a Buck Hunter had an actual sim type gun or that you use. So, but I did play it, and I'll probably do a video on it. I sucked at it. I don't know. Every round I managed to get a buck, but I shot like way too many does. It kept saying, "Hey, you're not supposed to shoot does." But anyway.
Arcade 1-Up, I think they made a cabinet for Buck Hunter, didn't they?
They did.
They did.
Yeah.
And I think, I'm positive Glenn is making a shotgun right now. So, be able to add that to the arcade eventually.
Right. Yeah, that's all I
You
can
need
think
to
when
buy
you
that.
said that big Buck Hunter. I'm like, man, that's asking for a light gun right there.
And a shotgun.
I just want to show everybody that when you mentioned that, Paul, about that game being on sale, sometimes I forget to get on this. It's just as easy to get on the Switch and look. And, the family got me Nintendo gift cards. I think I had close to $100 when I started of gift cards. And I've been saving them. I've been saving them for Pinball M. That's my final thought for tonight. I'm saving them for Pinball M. I'm 68 years old. I'll probably be dead before that son of a bitch comes out. So I'm not
Well, I forget to check the eShop too, but I follow a couple of guys on Twitter or X or whatever it's called. Since back whenever the PS5 was first releasing, they were supposed to let you know where you could go to get the thing. And I just kept following these guys, and they'll let you know different sales on different things. And somebody came on there the other day and said that Paradise City was on sale on the eShop for $5.99. So that's when I went on there and started looking at the sales and let you guys know. So they have some nice little things every once in a while on there, little tips and stuff. So
Nice.
Anyway, I just thought I'd put that together and show you. But anyway, that's it.
Get out of here. That's it. Show's over.
Yeah. That's it. We're done. Hour and 17 minutes. But that's really all I had tonight. I wanted to. I think we had a chance to go around and discuss everybody's stuff. But if you guys don't mind, I want to go into final thoughts. Mike, I would like to talk to you after the show just briefly. You got a couple questions. Nintendo Switch questions for you before I cut out of here tonight. So anyway, but I think I'll turn it over to final thoughts. And since he's right below me, I think I'll let Bart go first.
Yeah, my final thoughts are just I haven't really been able to get a chance to get back into gaming since I got back from the trip. So everything you've been watching on my channel has been pre-recorded, and I got to check and see how many more I have left. I was going to tell people, talking about sales, Train Sim World 3, because Train Sim World 4 came out, and they finally put 3 on sale. I happened to catch it. It's normally $40. I got it for like $5. But I pulled it up while your video was playing to make sure, and the sale ended. So sorry, people. But so I'm going to do some Train Sim World 3 at some point. And but yeah, we just been really busy with the run up to the wedding up there in Missouri. And so I'll be getting back into some gaming, and some iArcade videos will be coming up with some trackball stuff and some spinner stuff when I get more stuff installed. That's it. That's about all I got going on. So
I did want to ask you. You had stated that on mine's not working on American Truck Simulator. The Kansas will be coming out when?
Kansas, yeah, that's coming out November 30th. And I don't know if you saw on Discord, it looks like by looking at the map, they touch into Missouri, it looks like, to get Kansas City maybe in its entirety. So I'm thinking you've been talking about where you want to get your next garage. I'm thinking Kansas City is going to become available to you November 30th. So that's the big. And then, of course, the 1.49 update is supposed to hit. People are thinking it's going to be next week, right before Kansas comes out. And there's some pretty cool stuff that's in that mod too. But I figured I'd talk about that when it actually hits.
I know they just did an upgrade because I know I haven't been on it much lately myself. Working on that room in there, I stuck everything in this room. So you notice my steering wheel is not in front of me tonight. But I did take all that down, but I know it did an update because it said if I was on a job, I was being kicked off of it, which I never turn it off between jobs. But it did do an update here last time.
I see mine did an update also because I opened Steam to see if the train sim was on sale still, and it did an update for American Truck Sim. So I don't think that's 149, but it could be. But that looks like it has some really neat stuff in there, the lighting effects and all kinds of stuff like that. But so I'm looking forward to that. But Kansas will be coming up at the end of this month. So a whole new state. There's going to be another World of Trucks mission set to be doing to visit all the city. It looks like there's 14 cities in Kansas. And you'll have to visit all of those cities. So
and that makes sense that they would put Kansas City, Missouri in the Kansas thing because Kansas City, Kansas sucks. So why would you want to have
Yeah. And I haven't even paid attention to Texarkana. Did they do the Arkansas side also, or is it just in I don't know. I thought Texarkana spilled into Arkansas also, but I'm not for sure on that. So if they did, I'm sure Kansas City will have the Missouri side also.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
But, yeah, so looking forward to that. But that's really all I got.
Okay,
Mike, are we going to Mike next?
Yeah.
I can't figure out which way to point because it's freaking. Mike, what do you got?
Sure. Actually, I want to touch up on for some sales for GameStop. They got Ghostbusters. Poe was mentioning about it. Spirits Unleashed. They got that on sale for $9.99. And what's that other game? Oh, this one's a good one for PlayStation 4. Star Wars Racer and Commando combo. So Star Wars Racer was on the N64, and then the Republic Commando game was on Xbox, the original. Really good games. For $9, you can't beat that. But the best deal I found here was the Evil Dead game, $5.
Ooh.
That's a steal. I'm probably going to pick that up. So yeah, I mean, $5, you can't beat that.
What are you getting it on? I have that game.
Isn't it crossplay? It's a
It might be.
$5 on sale on Xbox One. So
I haven't played it for a while, but okay, we really never get a chance to play together. But one day I'd play it with you.
all right. Yeah, I mean, there was another game too. I want to see where that's at. This might be for
My Little Pony. Little Pony.
Well, if you want Pepper Pig, that's $16. Yeah, there was like another game here that I wanted to share with. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Super Mario RPG still $59.99. But yeah, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword is for $29.99. That's a good deal because usually they never drop their prices down on especially Zelda games. It's usually $59.
Yeah, so, anything that's Nintendo first party, you're not going to see a sale on usually.
Yeah, so if you want to get a Zelda game, I haven't played Skyward Sword. I've been meaning to, but yeah, $29.99. I might pick that up. Yeah. And also Sonic Superstars will be on sale. It's like I think $30, somewhere around there, around in the $30 area. So that would be
for the Switch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sonic Superstars. Let me type it up real quick. I think it's still on sale. Superstars. Let me see. Because there's a RGBT was talking about it. Oh no, I don't know.
Because I was just going to
check on Black Friday if they drop it down, because I know he had like an episode. I watched it and he was talking about Sonic Superstars dropping.
Well, I was just going to mention it for my final thoughts.
Yeah,
because I wanted to get it on the Switch so that I could play with you.
Yeah, that's what I got it for. Yep.
Right. But I didn't see it on sale for the Switch. It's on sale for PlayStation 5, but
Oh.
it's the deluxe edition is on sale for cheaper than the standard edition for the PlayStation 5 right now for Black Friday. But it's right now, and you can get it for like 40 some bucks. So that's like $20 or something like that cheaper than it normally is. So the deluxe edition is cheaper for the PS5. Well, this is the digital version, not the physical edition. So normally I would have gone for the physical. I have it in my cart right now, but I didn't buy it yet because I do want to play this. I'm not a huge Sonic guy, but I wanted to get this game and try it out. I wanted to play this one.
Fun. But
I wanted to play.
Do you have GameStop Pro Points? I think it's called. You might have money down where you can just put a lot. I had was it $20, and I used it for Sonic Superstar, so I had $20 off.
Okay.
I used some of my points on it, so check that
that's
too.
cool.
You can get more savings from GameStop. So I usually
I was interested in actually getting this one, and I thought maybe we could play it on the Switch, but then when I saw I could get it for that much cheaper on the PS5, I was thinking about getting it while they still have this Black Friday sale going on. I think it's going on actually.
Yeah, you can get it for PS5 because I actually planned on buying it for the PlayStation 5s as well. So for those of you who did pick it up for the Switch, it does have a little bit of, it seems like, I don't know if it's a frame rate issue. It sometimes gets laggy, especially during its transitional, like going from level to level. It's not a really big deal. They still move quite as fast, but I kind of noticed there's kind of a lag to it. Not bad though, but I'm thinking I'm going to pick up for PS5 as well for me.
Okay. Yeah, it's on sale right now, and I have it in my cart. Probably actually pick it up on Friday because that is my payday. It's Black Friday. So, and like I said, I think it's about $20 cheaper right now than it was for the deluxe edition, which I think the deluxe edition only has like Lego skins or something might be the difference between the deluxe and the standard, which who cares? But it's cheaper than the standard edition, so why not get it cheaper,
Yeah, I'd do that. Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not a huge Sonic fan, but I was kind of interested in this one, especially since I could sit there and play it with my son.
Oh, yeah, 4 people.
The multiplayer.
Even your dog can play with you. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and
all
now if you're gonna get that version too, and we could do what the online has battle or something like that.
Yeah. We can do that.
So I could get that, and we could never. And we could never play that together too.
Yeah.
But it'll be on the list.
Here's Derek. Hurry up, buy it, Derek. I'll never play with you too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, what about the PlayStation Portal, Mike? What do you think about that?
Which one?
The PlayStation Portal, the remote play.
Oh,
did you see that thing?
No, I didn't see that thing.
Came out last week. It's a handheld PlayStation for you have to have the PlayStation 5, and all it is for remote play for your PlayStation 5, so that you don't have to use your TV.
That's cool.
You can't. Yeah, you can't. I mean, it doesn't take any physical media. It's just remote play. And although I am not a handheld person, and a lot of people are ripping on this thing, I actually thought it might be something that I might be interested in, because 9 times out of 10, I can't play on my TV because somebody's watching it or using it for something.
So it's like the reverse of a Switch, where you can take your Switch and then make it onto your TV. This is to take your PS5 and turn it into a handheld.
Yeah, as long as you have good Wi-Fi, even if you're not at home, you're playing off of your PS5. So if you have a disc in or a game downloaded, you're playing off of your PS5. I could be at my parents' house on their Wi-Fi, but connected to my PS5 at home, playing RoboCop or whatever on the thing.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah.
I actually saw one of those at GameStop. They
They're they're $199, but right now they sold out on Amazon, and people are trying to sell them for like the price of a PS5 on Amazon right now.
That's crazy.
But there's a lot of people ripping on them. Why would I get this? And then again, it comes down to what do you want to have, you know? And again, I'm not a handheld person, but I originally bought a Vita for remote play, and I used it a little bit with, you know, back in the day for remote play. For me, I would play Pinball FX on the thing, you know. If somebody was watching TV or watching a movie on the living room TV, I would sit there and play that on my recliner. So $200, I don't think that's bad for something like that. So once it becomes readily available again, I might consider getting something like that, you know. Yeah, I think it's a pretty neat idea.
Yeah.
And it looks like a DualSense, the controls you have on each side, you know, and you got your big screen right in the middle. So yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, look it up. It looks pretty neat to me. But
Okay.
there's a lot of haters out there on the thing, and then a lot of people that got it are saying that they really like the thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it just depends on your use. I mean, what you just said, that's like a perfect use for it. Yeah. Exactly.
yeah, if my family's watching TV and I can sit down on the side and play a couple pinball games or something, that's my chance to play in the evening while I'm still sitting in the same room with my family. I think that's kind of cool.
Right.
Yep.
Well, we put a headset up to it too, so they don't even have to listen to you. I mean,
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
yeah, I was in that GameStop, and I was talking to the guy about PlayStation 5s, and I told him I had the Switch, and he says, "Oh, look at this little thing," you know. Of course, he showed me a picture of it. They don't have anything out where you can see it in the store. Weirdos. Anything else, Bo?
Yeah, I mean, I had my chance to get that. I was at work when it was available, and one of those guys on Twitter said, "Hey, it's available now." And I clicked on it and went to Amazon, and it was there for sale. But I controlled myself this time. Poe didn't hit the buy it now button.
That's one time in a row, Poe. You're doing
It's
good.
one time. And after break, I went out and I worked, and then I came back on the next break. I'm like, maybe I do want this thing. And I clicked on it, and it was out of stock. So lucky me, it was out of stock. So,
Right.
but like I said, I went back later, and people were selling it used, which means these guys bought them all out, and they had it for like $289. Then I checked a day later, and people were selling it for $300 some bucks. The last I checked, people were selling it for almost the price of a PS5 right now. It's ridiculous,
Wow.
you know. The scalpers bought them up. Yeah.
Wow.
So
That sucks.
Well, that it, Poe?
I don't know. We'll see. Start talking about something else, and then I'll start talking about something else.
My stretch
Yeah,
can be your stretch any time, any day of the week.
Oh, I accidentally put his ass on there instead. Look at that. It's working.
Well, all I was going to say is, yeah, I'm enjoying the sales. I'm enjoying getting my room back together. I'm enjoying that we're actually going to have some people over the holidays that'll be able to enjoy some of the gaming down here and got things cleaned up, just doing a lot of work. Taking the dog for McRibs. I mean, life doesn't get any better.
And lobster.
Yeah.
And Menards. I haven't heard of Menards since I was stationed in North Dakota. And when you bring that up, that brings back memories, man. We don't have them here in Pennsylvania, at least not near me in Pennsylvania.
I call it Maynard's. Going down
Maynard's?
Maynard's. But and the dog just loves going to Menards. You know, when we first got that dog, Cheryl asked me, she says, are people going to let us in with the dog? And so, don't, I ain't shopping there. I don't know what the fuck. But you would be surprised. You walk in, somebody start walking toward you, and think, okay, here it comes. And they go, oh, what a cute dog. So it's kind of nice. Being a Chihuahua, they can be mean if they don't get accustomed to people early. And I'll tell you what, and some of the gals that are coming, I like taking, Cheryl, you go ahead and shop. I'll take the dog. I don't know if I already told you that story one week. I had that dog with me, and these two gals came up blubbering all over that dog, and Cheryl came around the corner and said, oh, that would be my dog and my husband.
Menards. I still have a grain shovel sitting right here that I bought for shoveling snow in North Dakota from Menards. That thing lasted almost 30 years now.
I'll tell you what, compared to most places, I think the thing I like about Menards, I'm always I'm that old bastard that bitches about shit. Menards they've gone back to, you can buy just about anything you want inside, including a gallon of milk. But when you go to get your lumber, you don't have to haul it through the store like you do at Home Depot and Lowe's. Load it twice, once onto a cart, then these big sheets. You can go around back and pick up your 2x4s and your plywood and your stuff. I mean, the way it's supposed to be. Actually got a yard. I'm just hating that anymore. Toting that shit through the stores, man. Gas. But anyway.
Well, you talk about the Chihuahua in that story with Menards, and it reminds me of our Chihuahua will be up on the couch, and then the big dog gets jealous, and he jumps up, and every time right on Menards. That big dog.
Funny Bart mentions that now. They used to have their jingle. Their jingle used to be, save big money at Menards, and I would sing, save big money with Menards. The wife didn't care for that. I still sing it 30 years later, but
Yeah.
I know now you're talking about that Facebook post I put up, because that dog was just sitting on that little kid thing with his paws up, just looking forward, just walking down the aisle shopping. So I can't wait to take her out to Micro Center. That'll be a fun trip. Let's see what you want.
That's Menards. Menards are big, but the rest is Micro Center down there.
Micro
All right, guys. Good night. Love you.
But that's all I really had. I mean, thanks everybody for the tournament. We're going to be coming up to the end of that. The only other thing to say is if you look at the title of this show across all our channels, 30. We'll be coming up on a year before you know it, because these 30 weeks have gone by doing the show, and we've grown. We've had and we got some great. I mean, we got people from Sweden coming in now. Well, It's been a good time, and I want to thank everybody. And other than that, I don't have anything else.
If it wasn't for insomnia, we'd have no viewers at all. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that sounds like it. Yeah. And for all you that are Americans, happy Thanksgiving this week.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
You in Sweden, you can have some turkey too if you want, but I mean, you don't have to. But yeah, Thanksgiving week. So enjoy your holiday, everybody.
Yeah.
And,
happy holidays, and we will be
How did we get to this? November already. Holy mackerel.
Yeah. Late November. We're on the second half of November already.
Yeah.
Crazy. So, but yeah.
Yeah. So,
but we'll be back same bat time, same bat channel Sunday night. We're not taking the holiday weekend off because we're troopers here.
That's right. We're getting paid.
Me and Poe. 30 is me and Poe. I don't know what the number is for Greg and Mike, but for me and Poe, this is the 30 shows.
Yeah, I have. I admit, yeah, Poe and I think you and Off-Grid and Poe have the perfect attendance record.
Yeah. Mike has an excuse because he has a wife and kids. Well, you have a wife, but he has a kid and all that stuff. Greg, you're retired, so yeah.
I got a dog.
Dog and Menards. That's all. That's
Hey, big money at Menards.
Yeah.
They still use that jingle? I'm curious. It's been a long time.
They still do say big money at Menards, and that's the other thing that draws me to places. They always got the 11% rebate. You got to mail it in, and I know a lot of people don't. That's the reason for doing it. But I mail every one of those things in. And I think they even gave me an amount one time. I think I've gotten like $500 or $600 since they built back in just 11% savings. Just a little $9 check, a $6 check, a $5 check.
Nice. I got to say, I bought that grain shovel for them for shoveling snow back in probably 97, and I still use the thing to this day. So, quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I got an even better deal than that 11%, Greg. I try to give Kelly Menard. She gives them the whole thing right back. I get 100%. But both inches. But yeah. So
In
all right.
30 seconds.
In
All
30
right.
seconds.
I'm going to roll the outro, and we will see y'all same bat time, same bat channel next week.